The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Taken at the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And he goes out of bounds after a solid return to the 45.
When we spent our time talking to the coaches prior to the game, they emphasized that they wanted a quick start to begin things. Most of the time you think about that on the offensive side of the ball, but in this case, it's the special teams that provide that quick start.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Mahomes now to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Now you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think?
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Nick Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Here's the Chiefs punter now. He'll kick it away after 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
They'll start with a run by Mitchell. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
And I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak, and what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Nothing open downfield. He had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. He came all on the throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down.
And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Henry up the middle. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Well, this defense for the Niners, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Now here's Mahomes. Looking downfield for Jones. And he's got it inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And the stiff arm proved fruitful for a second, but the daylight quickly snuffed down. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Second down and goal. Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Noah Gray,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Chiefs will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Calling a gain of a yard. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Here's Blake Gillikin now. Here's Hardman to return.
They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go play fake. Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And out across midfield down to the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And some room to roam now. Touchdown, 49ers. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive. Zerline good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
That's taken on the 25. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's Lance.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Here's Lance.
Taking a shot for Samuel. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed.
And the Chiefs are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Henry.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. On play action, it's Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And normally when you see guys moving this fast, it might be a fly pattern from a receiver or a toss sweep from a tailback or something like that. This was designed as a passing play, and then he got out of the pocket, and he just took off, and he just kept gaining momentum with every step.
And the next-gen stats are going to tell the story, and wow, what a story it is. Nearly a full 23 miles an hour. One of the fastest plays on record, folks.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lance. He gets it to Humphries. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now Lance.
Open man is Samuel, complete. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
That's complete left side to Gray.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for the Niners. 44 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the side. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Lance. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still third and goal that they face now.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
This is caught. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down.
Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one.
The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on third and goal.
Lance looking to throw it.
Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now fourth down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. Zerline's kick is up and through.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. And Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, Lance. Here's Mitchell with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 59 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Ready.
First down, here's Mitchell.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Lance going to throw.
Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 14. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's a quick throw out wide to Humphries. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ready.
To throw, it's Lance.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
Here's Lance to throw it.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
It's a gain of 34. CD, with that last pass, he joined a group of about 50 other men that are over 30,000 career passing yards. So, look, he's not at the top, but that's pretty good company.
Yeah, it's not the most exclusive fraternity in the NFL, but it's a pretty good one, isn't it? You still have to put some numbers up in order to get in, okay? The secret knock is still there. How about him getting it done? Proud of him.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Mahomes now on first down. Touchdown!
Velus Jones,
his second touchdown on the season.
And the Chiefs take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Butker is on target,
and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
as this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And out will come the offense as they take over. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They begin with Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. They go play action. Now Mahomes sliding out of the pocket.
Outright and brought in by Moore. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. But normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter. But the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? At this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
57 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Niners are right back in this football game.
Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either, throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Throwing now is Lance. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, 49ers.
Deebo Samuel, 82 yards. And the Niners have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Yellow, yellow. Yellow. Hey, 50. Yellow, yellow. 50, yellow.
Now Mahomes. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Lance now to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Here we go.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. To throw again. Lance.
And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
A field goal try would be almost 50 yards from this spot. So what can they do to get closer now on third down? And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left.
Now a play fake. Lance. Finding Gray going across the field.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
On the counter, Mitchell. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Ready.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Working from the gun. Lance looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did it in a big way there.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing his Lance on third down.
And it's caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Elijah Mitchell.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Niners have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Mahomes to throw it. Able to find Jones.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mahomes. They'll roll him out right.
Finding Kelsey.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
Hey, 57, 57. Hey, 57, 57. I'm go.
Mahomes. His throw incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like having there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Mahomes will throw.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
It's Bubba Bolden who picks it. And the Niners have just about sewn up this football game.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for the 49ers, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, it's a disappointing way to lose your first game as they drop to 10-1 now on the year. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town.